So it's Monday, April the 13th, and this is 2015. Welcome to another edition of Pondy Sofa. And basically, it's a weekly roundup of things that are happening, news and stuff related to production, and any other bits and pieces that I can throw together. Now, this is a little kind of session today. The first thing I'm going to talk about is basically the vinyl chart. So we all know that vinyl has been on the rise over the last few years, and it's been incredibly interesting because obviously we thought we were going over to a totally digital world where we've got MP3s, streaming files, FLACs, all of these digital formats, and now we see that vinyl is on the rise. It's amazing. Obviously, people want to hold on to a product, and there is something that people are still wanting to latch onto. Amazingly, of course, there must be an equivalent increase in decks being sold. I mean, I haven't had decks for ages, so if someone gives me some vinyl, it becomes almost like a piece of memorabilia or something, but maybe that's the whole thing about this. Possibly what I would do is that I go and get a download, and a lot of companies are offering free downloads in exchange, well, not exchange for vinyl, but when you get the vinyl, you also get the download. That works perfectly. So it's a collector's item. You can look after it. I see everybody taking pictures of their vinyl and posting it up on Instagram. It's almost like a badge of honor to own some vinyl. So it's a real hardcore fan thing. Now, this is the news piece in the BBC News. So obviously it's talking about some stuff here, but what I wanted to do is to go and take a look at the official chart company, and these are the guys that are compiling the figures. There are some interesting facts here. So basically 1.3 million vinyl albums sold in 2014. So they're a nice little factoid here, basically the highest number in 20 years. 69%. Oh, look, UK vinyl album sales are up. So the vinyl resurgence powers on. This is all like nice kind of headlines. But let's take a look at these charts. So basically Q1 2015. I'm looking at these and I'm kind of puzzled. So these are all looking like rocky albums. Like Noel Gallagher's High Flying something. I'm sure the name is more than just high flying. I'm not really up on his stuff. Anyway, Led Zeppelin second, Arctic Monkeys, Royal Blood. I mean, this does surprise me. So what it's kind of saying to me is where are they getting this information from? What stores are they monitoring to get these sales figures? Let's look at the vinyl singles chart, Q1 2015. Noel Gallagher again. I mean, what's going on? David Bowie, Mark Ronson, Paul McCartney, Slaves. I am really surprised. We see some labels like Best of Modus, Plastic People, all of these labels that are doing incredibly well, pushing out fantastic underground music on shops like Juno. Are they registering here? I don't know. It'd be really interesting to find out what you guys think. And if anybody does know, I should really probably read it in more detail to find out exactly where they're sampling the data from. But in any case, it's very interesting the fact that an old school format, vinyl records, are still thriving in today's digital world. Okay, so that's it in the music industry stuff. Let me talk about something here. Now, those of you who are Ableton users, this is something of a revelation. So obviously with Ableton, you've got two views that you can work in. One is the session view and the other is the arrange view. Session is for improvised triggering of clips, jamming, performing live, all that kind of stuff. And the arrange view is for laying out your track and getting the structure together. But never before in Ableton have we seen the two combined. This is actually an innovation that came out with Bitwig, and it's one of the things that I love about Bitwig. And the combination of the session and the arrange can be incredibly powerful. So here it is, and I've got to give Albert Candy from the Underground Music Production Group a big thank you for finding this and putting it our way on the group. So this is something here. So Erasermice. I'm going to put once again all the links to everything that I talk about in the show up on the information underneath the video. But this looks fantastic. I haven't had a chance to try it out just yet, but I'd be incredibly interested to do so. I'm assuming it's something that's been put together with Max for Live. That's got to be what's going on there. Whole bunch of videos down here, $13.99. That sounds pretty reasonable for what it's doing. So if any of you have it, let me know. Let me see some videos, link up anything that you've done with that. I'm really curious. Now, why am I going back to the Underground Music Production Group again? Let me have a look. Was there something else that I wanted to talk about? Yeah, I tell you what, one of the things I want to talk about, I think it's on here. Mr. Candy once again had linked up something. What was it? I was talking about setting up a label, and setting up a label is like a really big undertaking. It takes a lot of work to get it running, and we're talking about maybe putting together like a collective and having it focused around Bandcamp. And actually, Albert posted something up about Bandcamp. It was really, really interesting, and it was just some figures in terms of, here we go. It was really just talking about a guy that he knows, and what he did was that he went exclusive on Bandcamp, and literally he was making actually not exclusive on Bandcamp, I have to be corrected on that, but he made $15,000 in 1 year from Bandcamp, which is amazing. Bandcamp's a fantastic platform. It's a great self-publishing tool. So it gives you a whole load of tools and analytics that you can get into to analyze the data. And also you get mailing lists. Basically anybody who buys product from you, tracks, you can get their email address. So that's a very important thing in terms of communicating with your audience. And it's a great platform, so really good. And what I'm saying for the group is, for those of the guys who are producing really good tunes, that we all get together, put our music and a link from kind of artist to artist under the kind of cooperative banner, the underground music production group. So I'm going to see if we can get that going. I think Bandcamp is definitely the format, definitely the platform. And thanks again for that one, Albert Candy. And what else we got? Look, take a look. If you don't know Bandcamp, it's really good. There's a lot of curated stuff on there. They're picking interesting music. There are some great labels on there. People are having a lot of success, and it's highly recommended. I've got some stuff up there as well, and thanks to everybody that's been supporting the label on there. Now, the last thing that I'm going to do for this week, maybe not the last thing, I might think of something in a minute, but look, if you are part of the kind of creator community using Apple computers, there are some updates here. So go to your App Store now and you'll be able to download the updates for Final Cut Pro X, Motion and Compressor. The comedy titles you saw at the beginning, I actually created on Motion, and look, they are deliberately lo-fi and deliberately how they are. All right, that's absolutely as I intended it. So it wasn't that I've got really bad skills in Motion. I'm certainly not an expert, but they're definitely better than that. But I love the vibe. I'm really happy with it. So tell me what you think about the titles. Perhaps I'll make it into a proper complete tune at one point. So anyway, that's about it. All that's left really is to say Music Messe. That's what it's all about this week. So the 15th and the 16th over in Frankfurt, and I'm going to be demonstrating for Steinberg with Cubase Pro 8. It's going to be an artist session, and there's going to be a Q&A session at the end of it. That's going to be great. Going to be hooking up with some other people there, some industry contacts. That's going to be really good, and looking forward to a couple of parties on the evening of the Wednesday as well. So look, if you watch my videos, if you're from the Underground Music Production Group, give me a shout afterwards, introduce yourselves. If there's time, let's grab a beer or a coffee. It's all going to be good, all right? So anyway, that's it for the moment. Until next Monday, have a great week. 1, 2, 1, 1.